Howdy, nerds. My name's Tommy. You have no idea who I am yet. I am just one of the guys that kind of pushes buttons behind the scenes, I guess. We've been doing a podcast for about a year and a half now, and for some strange reason, we thought it would be a good idea to start doing video. This is one of those videos. We actually are producing 2 this week, and they're not good. Like, not really at all. We're still learning what we're doing, so we do appreciate your patience. If you want to listen to the podcast, there's about 60 or so episodes of that, so you can kind of binge on that if you'd like. They're not great either, but they're fun. It's just a bunch of nerdy people talking about nerdy shit. But this is our first time with the video thing, and I'm hoping that we will just get better. So I just wanted to thank everyone in advance for their support. And maybe going easy on us in the comment section. But if you do have any advice, please, by all means, please leave your comments. I'm not even going to ask you to like and subscribe because I wouldn't subscribe to this if I were you. But if you want to, we absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully with your help, we can start producing some really, really high quality videos. So thanks for tuning in. And I should probably do that whole jump cut thing that all the big time YouTubers do, but I ain't got time for that shit. So, all right, enjoy the show.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Broadcasting from the beautiful sun-kissed shores of Lake Erie, you're listening to the Cosmic Disasters Podcast, featuring the Circle of Nerds. You lucky little f***ers.
All right, well, it's the Cosmic Disaster Show. Here we are, and we are on video for the very first time ever.
Well, is it the first time?
For us being on video, yeah.
Well, I guess the Cosmic Disaster Show, it's the first time.
Yes, for the... we're not supposed to tell that we've already...
Jeez, Louie.
Damn, dropping the ball, bro.
All right,
Messing up the illusion, thanks.
So, as per usual, technical difficulties abound. Our old friend, our special guest, technical difficulties.
She's come back and she is pissed.
She is pissed off. So, let's go around the room and do introductions because a lot of times people, they don't know what we look like. So now from beginning... it's not Discordia anymore. Now it's Skytopia.
Ooh, Skytopia.
Skytopia.
We need like a Skytopia sound effect, like. Oh.
Well, first we need to figure out the fucking audio and video sync issue, and then we'll start adding more shit. So, all right. So, from the outer rim territory of Boston, it's Daddy Louie.
Boston. What's up, children?
Aren't you supposed to say hello,
how are you?
Children?
What? Hello, children.
You just jacked up your own
I don't know.
saying.
I'm on a what's
intro.
up kick lately. Okay.
How are you gonna fuck up your own catchphrase?
I'm in a what's up mood.
All right, that's fine. And sitting next to him is one of our valued patroni.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Tony. Say hi.
He can't speak
Hi,
for himself.
Nerdiverse.
Damn,
Good to meet everybody.
Let that man speak for himself.
We need a nickname for him. I was thinking about that 2 seconds ago.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like Tony, Baloney, Patroni. I mean, anything like that.
Tony Baloney.
Tony Patroni.
Tony rides the Baloney Patroni. I don't know.
Oh my God, I hope not.
No, that's not.
We don't
that's
know
not
Tony like
appropriate.
that yet.
No, we don't know Tony, but Tony knows us like that, so he should already know.
Yeah.
We'll figure. I don't feel right giving Patroni nicknames. That just feels disrespectful, and they give us money and help.
They
us
can't
out,
get
so.
Toby that quick.
No. I don't think we should Toby the Patroni. No, I don't think we should do that.
Unless
at all.
they like it.
If he wants to be.
Did they say House Patroni?
If I wasn't game for this, I wouldn't be here. It's all good.
See?
There you go. Fair enough.
He's okay with the baloney pony.
Fair enough. And switching cameras.
No?
He's not okay with the baloney bunny?
Too far.
Too far, too soon.
Somebody's okay with cucumbers.
So, yeah.
No!
Well, he's sitting next to one.
Oh, jeez. Yikes.
Wow.
Just a zing.
So,
Papa, beautiful.
here
wait,
in the lair, we've got Smooth Bub, the smoothest of the bubs.
Right now, not very smooth.
Not very smooth.
Itchy.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Did you not take a bath or something?
No, the cold weather makes my face itch. You know.
The cold makes
What
your
did he
face
say?
itch? He said the cold makes his face itch.
Oh.
You know, skin cracks and whatnot. You know.
I got you.
I get
You
cold
need some
easy.
lotion.
Hey, you know it'd
I
be
do
cool
lose
if
those.
we were recording this. Oh no, I'm recording.
Oh!
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. No, we're good. We're good. That's only happened once or twice.
the
before.
the
We're
scare
fine.
tactic.
We're all okay here
We're like,
now.
what?
We're fine, thank you.
We're fine, thank you. And then shoot it.
All right, and moving on around the couch, we've got
No,
general,
you're next. Sorry.
General knowledge
With a mouthful of
face
chips.
full of chips, and we can see you.
Yeah, we can see you. You know that, right?
Just move on for a second.
Well, there's no moving on anymore because now we can see you.
Hey, everybody. It's general knowledge.
All right, general knowledge, and last but certainly not least, it's Radio Bitch.
What's up, mother effers? I didn't swear.
Okay,
That's okay, right?
sure, I guess. I don't
Mother
know.
boop.
I don't know.
I mean, we're not going to be monetized
We're allowed
anytime
to
soon.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
Maybe.
I'm assuming we will not be monetized probably ever.
Oh.
Which is why we would ask for if people like this and they want to help us out,
Yeah.
head on over to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Circle of Nerds, and you can support us there for ad-free content, which would be great. So if we get demonetized here, then you're still will help us out over yonder, and we will probably
Maybe
And get
one day
equipment
you
that
could be
works.
here.
And one day you could be here with us, hanging out,
You can join us.
being inappropriately touched, just like Tony will be as soon as we're done recording.
That's right.
Whoa.
So,
That's the rumor.
well, that's the rumor. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing fine? We did.
Yes,
All
we're
right. I'm
doing
looking
great.
at I'm trying to stay on time here for a change since now we're
Yes,
on
we need
YouTube.
to do that. Yes.
You know, we've been podcasting for like a year. We can't. This is YouTube now, man. This is
Over a
big time.
year.
This is big
Over
time.
a year. Yeah, this is big,
It's big time.
Oh, I'm Tommy D, by the way. I don't have my camera like.
He's hidden.
I'm hidden. I don't know if people can see my hand. No, they can't see shit. Okay. So
Good job.
this week, what we're going to be doing is where I got to find all my stuff is just brand new. That's not it. That's not it. Talk amongst yourselves while I find this.
Pick a topic.
You want me to start reading jokes again? I
No.
mean, I can
Oh,
do
dear
that.
God, no.
No.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. The Underground Railroad was neither underground nor railroad. Discuss.
Discuss.
All right, I found it. Here we go. It's time for your Geek of the Week. This week, our Geek of the Week is the Elwood family. That's right, an entire family
Nice.
of nerds.
Like the Partridge Family?
2 nerdy adults and their super cool nerdy kids living a nerdy life and doing a lot of fun, cool, nerdy shit. Yeah, it's a mom and a dad and their 2 young children, and they're running around doing all kinds of like cool, fun cosplay and stuff. And we've never featured a family on the show.
That's pretty cool.
And I think right here I will insert
A photograph.
an image of them. And that
I thought you
is
meant like an
your
explosion sound.
Geek of the Week. Yeah, that's your Geek of the Week. All right. God, we really got to get this shit together.
Thanks,
This is
nerdy
just-
family. I think that
Thanks.
was pretty good.
Was it all right?
Yeah, it was
God,
fine.
I have so much to do in post-production now.
Just don't
All right,
say
I'm
so
calm.
much. Just calm down.
Just shut the fuck up. All right. Yes, ma'am.
And that's the end of our show, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. All
You're,
right.
you're
thank you very
opening the
much.
curtain and revealing the man behind the giant screen in The Wizard of Oz.
From Oz.
He's exactly not doing that because he's the only one not.
And I just pushed the wrong button again. All right. I tried to switch over to when Tony was talking. I tried to switch over, but then I hit the news break button by mistake. So that's Oh, this is truly a cosmic disaster already.
That's
and
okay.
what it is. All right. So this week we are talking about
should be Tiger.
what? Tony Tiger?
Tony the Tiger.
No, I don't like that. That's
Just call him Tiger, but then when people
Just
ask,
Tiger?
just
That
Tony
seems
the
weird.
Tiger.
how about Liger? Liger?
Ooh, that's my favorite animal.
No. What about a mythical
All right,
beast?
Napoleon.
What about the Manticore? We'll call him Tony Manticore.
No,
That
not a
is-
manticore.
All right. So this week we're talking about the Mandalorian. We've had 4 weeks of it. It started during our little hiatus, our brief hiatus, our all too brief hiatus, and I'm digging it. I don't know
Yeah.
about the rest of y'all, but I am digging it. Radio Bitch, you sat down and watched it, and
I did. I love it.
you are not. You're not a Star Wars fan. You like Star Wars.
Yeah,
you're
I
just
like
not,
Star Wars.
You're not super into it. You're not prone to sit down and like watch the movies or watch. Like you've never
I've
watched.
seen almost all of them.
You have seen them all, but it's not.
But like once,
Right. It's not like you're not going to break.
That's
them
a
out.
lie. I've seen it more, but
But that's my fault though, probably.
yes.
But like you've never watched the entire Clone Wars series. Bless you. You've never watched. I don't think you've seen a single episode of Rebels.
Yes, I have.
A couple episodes, but but again, it's
Yeah.
not something that you endeavor to sit down and watch.
No, but I like The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian's got you.
I really love it.
I mean, it's
I
good
think
stuff.
it's they're short, so it's not
30
too
minutes.
much. It's not too much. It gives you just enough, so you don't get like, ugh, this is boring. No, it's really good. I like it.
Although episode 4 was like that was a long.
Has everyone seen the episode 4? Episode 4. Yeah.
Yes.
Was that today?
Yeah. came out
Yes.
today.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I ain't
Did
gonna
you
say
see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
What? I would have watched it
you're in
at
trouble.
work, or while we were sitting here for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would
yeah,
have
it
been
was-
a good idea.
It was pretty good.
Oh damn.
Well, I mean, General Knowledge was supposed to come over early tonight so she could watch it.
Yeah, but you said you didn't. You got home late.
Yeah,
and
you
then
got off at, like,
we
6.
were going to start till like 8:39. So I'm like, okay, well, if
Right.
we're not.
We weren't going to
starting
start the show until 8:30 or 9, but that meant you could have sat here and chilled and looked at it.
then- Yeah, I also didn't get home from BG until 6:30.
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, so I was
So,
like, fuck.
From BJ's?
Who hasn't seen it yet? So just
Me,
just-
unfortunately.
just
Oh,
the
you
two-
haven't seen it?
Yeah, I've seen
the
the
two
first
ladies.
3 episodes, but I haven't seen the 4th one.
Okay.
All right. So one thing I'm going to start with episode 4 since it's the one that you guys haven't seen yet, but not no spoilers. But for those who have seen episode 4, that's Y'allins in Skytopia. You've both seen it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It was very, very obviously inspired by the Seven Samurai. If you have ever seen the Seven Samurai film,
I
yeah,
own that
I
anime.
have. I have.
okay.
I
so
have not seen that film.
Seven Samurai is very good. It is an Akira Kurosawa film. It's an old black and white. There's been anime, adaptations. There have been Western, The Magnificent Seven, the old
never
World
seen
War
it.
Magnificent Seven. That was essentially a
The cowboy version of.
yes. No, Magnificent Seven I think was World War II.
Oh.
I think.
What was?
I don't know.
No, Magnificent Seven is a
Was it a
Western,
Western?
I think.
So,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a Western.
Western.
Yeah, I thought so. There was a World War II one as well.
Oh,
If anybody actually knows the truth, please leave that in the comments below. Which is weird talking about the comments below because like you're watching this on YouTube, but we're recording it and there are no comments below. We'll get used to that. I
It's an
suppose.
illusion.
It is an illusion wrapped inside of an enigma, smothered in
In bacon.
Burnt wrap leathery
in
bacon.
Yeah, burnt wrap leathery bacon.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Cucumber
With bacon.
Damn sandwiches.
Christ with the cucumber sandwiches. All right, so a lot of this, I think, there's the whole lone wolf and cub vibe. If y'all are familiar with Lone Wolf and Cub, that's another Japanese-inspired. Well, it's not Japanese-inspired, but it's a Japanese property. But that's Star Wars, though. I mean, everything about Star Wars was initially based on the Hidden Fortress, I think, is what George Lucas initially.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was another Akira Kurosawa film.
Okay.
That kind of inspired George to move in that direction. So, episode 4 was the shit.
That's good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
They gave a shitty review of it. Said it wasn't as actiony. I was like, that's bullshit. Like,
I mean, there was, no spoiler, but there was that one thing.
Yeah, there was a
at
lot
the
more.
end, and then there was the other thing that happened with the explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They brought
Right.
back the ice cream machine thing too.
The ice
from
cream
things.
The one episode when he got his full set of armor.
When he got his payment, they brought back the ice cream.
Yeah.
The ice
I
cream
was like,
maker. Yeah.
It's back.
Yep. So how are you guys feeling about the franchise overall, as far as the Mandalorian? Is this going to take things to a different level? Is this going to make Star Wars more accessible, do you think? Opening it up to people that otherwise may not have watched? Is it... I mean, it's still Star Warsy, but is it Star Warsy enough, or is because there's no Jedi in it, there's no lightsabers and all that shit.
That's the thing I like about it, that it's moving away from laser swords and motherfuckers moving shit with their mind. Although,
Well,
Baby
Baby Yoda.
lifted the thingy.
Yeah, there was that whole.
That,
Spoiler alert.
but other than that, spoiler alert.
Okay, well, I mean, we're into
I'm sorry if you haven't seen it by now. That's
Yeah,
just
you
fucking
don't
over.
screw
Yeah.
yourself.
Spoiler alert!
All right, there we go.
But yeah, no, I like the fact that they sprinkle some old school stuff in there. Like in the first couple episodes, you see the stormtroopers, the old Imperial symbol,
Sure.
and then the ship and
Yeah.
other stuff.
It makes me want to do my armor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We had a full set of armor for you, and then you opted out. And we
I
gave
did
it to
opt out,
somebody else.
but someone else is selling one, so
Cool.
it's a possibility.
One of the first episodes was freaking hilarious, and the dude's like, "Stay off the ice," and he's like,
Spoiler alert!
All right, so
that was the first episode. He's like,
It's fine.
first episode if you haven't seen it.
So everybody knows that you have a Mando, right?
They can see it.
Yeah, they can see it.
Is it where? Oh, is he back?
It's right up there.
Okay, that's not.
Well,
that's
no,
Captain
but,
Rex.
But the
But your
helmet's
full
right there.
armor is not out.
No, my full armor is not out. So
No.
there is some actual real metal armor over there in the corner.
Yes.
"Oh, the chest part."
Yeah, that's good shit. Okay, so this is what I'm curious about too is how far, like realistically, how far could they take this? I mean, could this be something that could go on for 5, 6, 7, 10 seasons? Do you think, or is this something that maybe should just be wrapped up?
I think they go maybe 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, but each episode's like a shit ton of money to produce.
I think it just all depends on what the storyline's going to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if they're going to bring in Jedi again. Well, I'm just saying.
I hope they don't.
Okay, well, a lot of people like the Jedi.
No, so I don't think that they'll bring Jedi again in because they've already announced that they're going to do like the Obi-Wan movie or the Obi-Wan show that's going to be like a one-off, 6 episodes, whatever. So I feel like they have other outlets. And now with Disney Plus, I just think that they can do, they could do all of that in separate stuff. I don't think that they necessarily need to bring it into The Mandalorian. And because The Mandalorian is so heavily influenced by, Westerns, those old samurai movies, old World War I, World War II movies, stuff like that, I think like this episode today's episode was... It was a freaking war movie. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the whole episode was... I don't want to give anything away, but just the whole thing... Yeah.
It's fine. It's
the whole thing played out like, a war movie, I guess you
it
could
was
say.
obviously heavily influenced by Seven Samurai.
So I think that... I just don't think that they need to bring... like Jedi in, but the fact of the matter that Baby Yoda can use the Force, I mean,
there's
I don't know what that
something.
means for the future of the show,
Right.
Because he's clearly going to get older while on the show. He's going to develop. Does that mean he gets stronger with the Force? Is he like the next Yoda? You know what I mean? Are they going to develop him as a character, or is this show about the Mandalorian? At the end of this season, he's going to actually, the baby's not going to be there anymore, and the show's going to keep going. Because I do feel like the Baby Yoda is a marketing tool.
Definitely.
I don't know that they can continue with him season after season after season and the show still be successful.
Do you think they will kill Baby Yoda?
No, I don't think that at
Oh my
all.
god, the Twitter outrage would
No, I don't think
consume
that
the
they will.
world.
Yeah, I don't
Would
think that
burn.
they'll kill Baby Yoda.
They'd kill Baby Yoda and the place would burn
I
to
could
the
see him
ground.
then taking him to like another planet
And
to
just leaving him.
and leaving him with someone or
I could actually
something
see
like
him
that.
sacrificing himself to save the baby, and then another Mandalorian takes up the armor, because they kind of made it seem in a couple of the episodes towards the beginning of the show when they were talking about how only one Mandalorian goes up at a time. It's almost as if
Not in
he's
that
going
last
to
one.
become a symbol
They were every fucking
Yeah,
in
but on
that
the-
armor, you know what I mean? And so, I don't know. Maybe
I
I
see
could
the
see
show
him
being-
sacrificing himself for the baby, and then another Mandalorian
Yeah.
picking up his armor and
I could
continuing
see,
in that symbol,
maybe
you
it was
know?
going, a second season, maybe a third season, but then they could shift off, and it could be a whole another series, and could be a whole what is it? True crime, is it? Where like every season is an entirely different beast.
Oh, yeah,
Like it
true.
could be one of those types of things where they could keep it going
Where
for a
each
long
season,
time.
each
but it
season
could base
follows
on
a different Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, I could dig that.
that would be really
I
cool.
want one following the big dude with the fucking Gatling gun and the jetpack.
That shit
Right.
was
That dude's
awesome.
a beast.
All right. Before we go to our self-imposed commercial break, which is actually just Daddy Louie's news break, which he did a very fine job on. Baby Yoda. It's what everyone's talking about. Do we think that it is? I think it is anyway. I think that is the clone, the infant clone of the actual Yoda. I don't think that it is an infant of Yoda's species. I think that based on, context clues within the show.
But you're not supposed to be able to clone a Jedi.
It's been done in the books.
The timeline doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
I don't think.
Well, he's
It
50.
absolutely does.
How far is? I know they said how far this is after the fall of the Empire.
5 years, I believe. 5 years after the fall of the Empire.
The one oh shit. Well, yeah. Cause
So if we
So
go
then,
back-
how that means that Yoda would have had to have known
that he was
about the clone, about the Kaminoans. Kaminoan, is that a word?
Kaminoans.
Kaminoans. Prior to Attack of the Clones.
Not necessarily.
I don't think he's a clone.
I mean, because Dooku ran up in there dressed as Sifu Dyas and was like, "Yo, make us an army."
Right. So, but also remember who was Dooku's,
Running pulling the strings.
No. But Dooku was whose Padawan? Yoda's. So if anyone was going to have access to Yoda's DNA, it was going to be Dooku. And or
So you're not
Sifo-Dyas.
saying that Yoda cloned himself. You're
No.
saying that
Dooku
this baby
snatched it.
is a clone of Yoda.
This is a clone of Yoda.
I don't think so.
Because think the timeline does match up. Because if we look at how long it takes to build, by the time Obi-Wan gets to Kamino to find out what's going on, there's already a clone army built. I mean, it's ready to go. They're already.
know, but-
They've
Yeah,
already
they said it.
gestated-
They said like 10 years, right? They had been building it for like 10 years.
Yes. So that's by the time that Obi-Wan gets there. So you figure if you take that timeline until where we're at now, that's about 50 years. That's about 50 years. Because if you, look at the timeline. All throughout, that's about 50 years.
How old is Luke in The Last Jedi?
Oh, he's old.
Do we think?
Well, he was 18.
He was in his mid 20s in Return
So
of the Jedi, right?
their ages in the movies kind of correspond with the amount of time that was in between the filming of each movie, allegedly,
make
give or take. So you figure by Jedi he was 22-ish, 23, mid 20s, somewhere in there, and then now this comes out how many years later? So The Last Jedi came out 30 plus years, so that's going to put him in his late 60s,
right.
give or take.
Yeah.
Because Leia and Han are old.
I still don't think he's a clone.
I think he is a clone of Yoda.
Well, I mean, his race.
Are they ever
going to
reveal that?
From
Do you think
somewhere.
they'll ever reveal that as part of the show?
I think they will. Yeah.
I think George is probably telling Disney to keep that shit hush hush.
But they've already dropped hints. I mean, the fact that the Doctor, he's got the symbol, he's got the cloner
But what were
Kaminoan
they
symbol
Yeah,
on
the
his
patch
shoulders.
on his shoulder. Yeah.
Right.
But what were they extracting from the
DNA,
baby?
probably.
Midichlorians.
Midichlorians,
Midichlorians,
possibly.
you think?
The Emperor's got shit going on, man.
Who knows? I mean, is this to try to help the Emperor out?
Come back.
I mean, who
Well,
knows?
because that I was interested about when he's like, "Are you finished extracting whatever?" I mean, he
Right.
didn't say
Yeah.
it.
And then he says, "Kill it and let's be done with it."
Yeah. So
But
like,
did he freaked out when the Mando popped up and was like, "I was trying to save him"?
Yeah. So
What the
I
fuck
don't
you was
think
saving him from.
I don't think the Doctor is a bad guy. I think that he
No.
was legit trying to save and help out Baby Yoda.
So maybe take the Force or whatever essence they think. That's what I'm think. That's all I could think of.
But at
What
this,
else would you take from the baby?
So at this
Power of
point,
magnets.
At this point,
You're
right,
stupid.
at this point, we probably have the Empire is gone, but it's not. It's shattered. It's fragmented.
Right.
Do we have a cloned Emperor already working behind the scenes? Do we
Sheev
have
Palpatine's being a little bitch again.
I mean, but who knows? We don't know what's going on. This allegedly, this is everything that's happening on the Mandalorian is going to bridge that gap between Jedi and the new trilogy, Force Awakens. Yeah, so it's going to bridge that gap.
Let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. All right, that's a good spot to. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with more.
Bless you.
Bless you of the Cosmic Disaster Show. Stick around.
With the help of Baby Yoda, The Mandalorian has become the flagship TV show for Disney Plus, and Star Wars fans all over the world are absolutely loving it. Speaking of Disney, Frozen 2 had a huge opening weekend, scoring $127 million in the box office, making this another smash hit for Elsa and her friends. Just days after its horribly botched launch, Tesla has reached 200,000 units sold of its new Cybertruck. Sales are attributed mostly to the meme sensation that erupted online shortly after it was unveiled. Warner Brothers recently announced that the sequel to their comic book origin story Joker is in the works. Of course, that is no surprise given that the movie has recently topped the $1 billion mark, making it into the top 3 highest grossing R-rated films of all time. For more nerdy news, check out our website and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Circle of Nerds.
Helps if I'm on camera. There we go. Yeah, work the timeline out. I really do think that because he's 50 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So we've got, if he was, let's just say he was cloned approximately around the same time that the clone troopers were cloned, that would put us 10 years
before Attack of the Clones.
Possibly around the same time-ish as the Phantom Menace. Right? So how far...
so we'll say that. So we'll say
Phantom Menace.
Phantom is day 0,
sure,
right?
Sure.
Attack is 10 years later.
Yeah, approximately.
Then Revenge is how far?
I don't
3
know.
years?
Something like that.
So we'll say
not far.
Year 13.
Okay.
For Revenge.
Okay.
Then you have how much time between Revenge and A New Hope?
18 years.
18 years, right?
Yep.
So that puts us at 21 years.
31.
31? 31 years.
Yeah.
So it puts us at year 31. Then there's 2 years between
2 to 3 years in between each.
So we'll say 3 just to extend it. So Empire's year 34, and Return of the Jedi is year 37. Now, how far after how far after the destruction of the second Death Star are we assuming the Mandalorian is?
Well, I believe it has been
5
said
years.
5 years. Yeah, I believe that it has.
Because they said something about Endor at some point.
Yeah, I think it has been 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
That would put us at year 42.
Right. So, give or take.
Assuming that he would get cloned during Phantom Menace.
Sure. But it's entirely possible he was cloned prior to that. But the timeline, I mean, it's plausible.
Way before Battle of Yavin.
Yeah, I think it's there. I think it works out. But yeah.
Well, because I mean, there's others of his race.
Yaddle.
Just 2, right?
Yaddle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Those are the only 2 that we know about.
So that's what I'm saying.
Those are the only 2 that are canon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's some in was the MMO Old Republic. Like you see at least 2 more there.
Yeah,
but
it's not
Yeah.
they
canon.
don't fuck
Yeah, but yeah, they took that shit out of canon.
Yeah.
So who knows? But
But
all
I mean,
right.
maybe you got to wonder how long their babies. I don't know. Gestate.
Well, yeah.
So if they have babies, let's
Sure.
say they do,
How long is the gestation period for that?
it could be
How long are
hundreds
they
of
pregnant?
years for all we know.
You know, or how long does it take to cook them in the cloning vats? So I mean, if it takes a few years to spit
don't
out
think
a
he's a
human
clone.
clone. But if it's a Yoda clone, I mean, how long
I think
does
a
that take?
clone would accelerate quicker. They would grow faster.
Sure, no,
That's what the Kaminoans do.
Exactly, but
So I mean,
But they don't have to.
I know they don't.
mean,
I
Boba
know they don't
wasn't.
have to, but
also you're trying to make something. You're cloning something force sensitive, so that could take a little while longer and considerably more skill to do that.
I don't know.
I don't think that it's Yoda's kid. I don't think.
I didn't say it was Yoda's kid. I'm just saying his
Because
race.
The only thing that I'm thinking is if it wasn't a clone of Yoda, then honestly, why would the Kaminoan doctor be there? Unless they want to grab his shit so they can clone some more Yodas or get.
And that's
the
been
midichlorians.
confirmed that he was a Kaminoan doctor.
If you look,
He was wearing.
He's got
He's
like that
wearing
little
their-
sigil on his shoulder.
yeah. So like if you
Oh, I didn't notice that.
yeah
so.
on he's got a shoulder patch, and on that shoulder patch, it's the same symbol that the clones are wearing while they're on Kamino. It's the same.
While they're like
insignia.
eating in the dining facility and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they're learning and shit, while they're doing their accelerated learning and all that stuff.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's the same insignia that's on there.
Oh, okay.
So they haven't come out and said that he is from Kamino,
but
that motherfucker's from Kamino.
If you know, okay.
Right, so he's a cloner.
So the other possibility is that he was extracting DNA so that he can clone that species.
Sure.
So maybe he's not a clone, maybe he is a natural baby, and they're trying to get the DNA so that he can be cloned, and they can make an army of these little Yoda Force-sensitive babies.
Yeah, or get his special sauce and inject it into some stormtroopers. You know,
or into Palpatine.
Or into Palpatine himself.
If they're trying to bridge it hardcore like that.
They might be trying to bring his ass back.
Yeah, because they could clone him, but you said it's hard for Force-sensitive.
For Force-sensitive, yeah. In the books, no one's really ever survived. They all just fucking go nuts.
Yeah,
or they just die in the process.
They use that little tidbit in Force Unleashed too when they they fuck around in Storm Killer or Star Killer clones.
Yeah, I mean, and the Emperor's been in
the
books.
That's right, Star Killer.
Yeah, in the books, the Emperor's been brought back multiple times,
right.
and he always goes fucking just batshit crazy.
That body jumping shit,
or he deteriorates his body, like rapid deterioration. And
well, then maybe that's what they're trying to fix.
It's just bad news. Yeah, so maybe
the normal clone shit you deal with.
Yeah, you know what? It's what you do.
Crazy madness.
It's another day at the office.
And all that.
So I'm looking up real quick. I typed in Google "is Baby Yoda" and the first thing that pops up is a clone. And according to the Hollywood Reporter, it says, given his age, Baby Yoda was born or created 41 years before the Battle of Yavin, i.e. the destruction of the Death Star in A New Hope.
Yep.
That means that he was born the same year as Anakin Skywalker.
Yep.
To return to the possibility that Baby Yoda is a clone of Master Yoda, perhaps Jedi Master Sifo-Dyas is the key.
Yep. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what I was saying. I'm just saying that's exactly what I was saying. I'm just saying.
Always two there are.
Always two there are. So moving on, but kind of not. Disney Plus. This is what I want to know. I want to ask y'all. Disney Plus. Is this going to be good or bad for the franchises? For not just for the Mandalorian, but for Star Wars in general. Do you think that this is? Me personally, I felt that Star Wars is getting a little oversaturated. But now I take that back because the Mandalorians is some good shit. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. I mean, is there just too much fucking Star Wars, and is Disney Plus gonna make it that much more accessible? Like as we were growing up, we had to wait years in between seeing some Star Wars shit, and that was kind of nice. You got excited about it, you know. But now it's like just there all the fucking time. But is that okay? Is that okay? What do you guys think?
I think that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not? They do with everything else.
Okay.
I mean, just don't watch it if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
fair.
don't pay for the channel.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I think it's cool.
I think anybody that wants to binge it would have binged it regardless. I mean, yeah, all the movies are there, but if you're a fan, you already had all the movies. So just because it's more convenient doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
If you're a fan of Attack of the Clones or any of those, you probably already have those seasons downloaded or whatever, where you could see them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not a fan of them, then you're just not going to watch them. Doesn't matter how available they are.
True.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff is still bridged between Netflix and Disney Plus right now anyway. So anything that's not on Netflix is on Disney Plus.
Right.
They still have their license. But in my opinion, I mean, I'm a fan. I think anything Star Wars has its purpose and its reason. So I don't think that there's anything bad in Star Wars. There's some stuff that's not great, but there's nothing that's bad in Star Wars.
I agree.
And more Star Wars is always better. But too much, I think as long as they keep everything flavorful and they keep everything unique, like The Mandalorian, I think one of the reasons that The Mandalorian is so good is because it's different from anything else that we've seen before. The same reason why Rogue One was so good was because it was so different from anything that we had seen before in a Star Wars. And, to your point about Star Wars being oversaturated, I think it's the Skywalker thing that's oversaturated. Like, I am so ready for this movie because I'm very ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
And I'm very ready for us to be able to move on in the Star Wars universe and see other things. I want to see early stuff. Like, I want to see Old Republic stuff. I want to see more bounty hunter and smuggler stuff. The underworld, the gangsters. I want to know more about the Hutts, and I want to know more about that stuff. You know what I mean? And less about the Force users. And if you are going to give me Force users, I want freaking, a huge battle of Sith versus a huge battle of Jedi, like we saw in some of the video games and stuff. So hopefully this Disney Plus thing helps us get there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, that's a very, very good point. Because there's this whole rich, amazing universe out there that's, it's not just Jedi. And Radio Bitch and I were talking about this, a couple days ago, I think. Not everyone even knows about the Jedi or the Force. I mean, they make up a very tiny population of the galaxy. They're rumor. There's whispers on the wind. It's like you don't.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the likelihood of someone even encountering a Jedi in their lifetime was slim to none.
Oh, okay.
They were like a myth, right?
Yeah, especially during after the Clone Wars, after Order 66, you've got this nearly 20-year time span where even in the Outer Rim, when the Jedi were, let's say prior to the Clone Wars, when the galaxy was kind of thick with Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Some 10,000,
something like that. But still, you think about it like this: 10,000 in a galaxy.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't see too many of them.
No.
Well, that's why, like, when he saw him use the Force, like, he was like, "What was that?"
Yeah, the Mandalorian was
so for me, I was like, "Doesn't he know what that is?" And then you.
Yeah,
were saying,
he even said like, "I can't explain it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you hear.
I think that's
things.
pretty cool that it's a mystery.
Yeah, I agree.
To them, I think that's cool.
I agree. So the franchise, think and that's not just for Star Wars, but for the Marvel franchises. You think Disney Plus is going to be more helpful than hurtful?
Why, it's been helpful for me. I've been binge watching.
Yeah, you have.
So, like, stuff that I normally, I don't pay to go to the theater to see it.
Right.
So.
And Disney Plus just has some good shit. You're watching Escape to Witch Mountain?
Yeah, Escape from Witch Mountain.
Right? And then Return.
Return.
I mean, that's good shit. There's
stuff
a lot
like
of good
that.
Shit on there.
So.
I was watching a Mighty Ducks cartoon the other day.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
I just typed it in. I was like, it's on there.
Right? There's a lot of good stuff.
But there's a lot of stuff that isn't on there. So.
Yet.
So.
The Marvel shows aren't
Skytopia.
Skytopia.
I know, that's what I was looking for.
What are you most looking forward to diving into with Disney Plus that you haven't really had a chance to dive into just yet? Because we're like a month in.
That's out already.
Yeah, that's already there on that's already available. Because we're we're about a month into Disney Plus at this point.
Yeah.
So what haven't
I kind of would like to see the. You guys had talked about the Jeff Goldblum TV
it's
show.
so fucking good.
It's good.
That looks good. I'd like to see that. And honestly, I'd like to watch some of the documentaries that they have on the Discovery Channel side of it. They look like they have a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's good stuff. Tony, what about you?
I agree. The Goldblum show is definitely on my list. I just haven't had a chance to get to it yet. And I'm a big Marvel guy. And the one thing I haven't seen from Marvel is the Edward Norton Hulk movie. So I'm looking forward to catching that on here. I'm definitely looking forward to eventually all the Marvel shows coming out, but obviously that's a ways to go yet.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
20.
Yeah, I was looking and I was like, oh, it's not even on here yet.
Yeah, no.
I was kind of disappointed.
That's what most of the people were looking for. They're looking for the damn Loki show, and that shit ain't going.
And that's another thing too. I guess that I have a question for you guys, because it's a question in my mind: is how will Disney Plus be in a few weeks when The Mandalorian is over, but none of their other shows are ready yet? So, The Mandalorian season 2 isn't ready yet. None of the Marvel shows are coming in, to my knowledge, at all anytime soon. So, like, what else does Disney have enough in it now to keep us occupied?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I think
a lot of nostalgic stuff.
I think they'll still drop because they don't have like the Marvel stuff on there because people are looking for the What If show, the
WandaVision,
Falcon and Winter Soldier. all that stuff's in like they're starting production on it. It's not gonna start till
No, but people
2021.
But the thing is about Disney is everybody has a Disney title that they love. So even though, like, I personally, you know, we have a house with kids, and, you know, Disney Plus is, you know, we like stuff. We're nostalgic and whatever. But honestly, I got it for The Mandalorian. I mean, I could have done without all of the rest of the shit on there. I'm not a huge Marvel fan. I give a fuck. But The Mandalorian, yes, I wanted to see that shit. But now that it's over, and I've been kind of digging into a little bit more of the content they have on Disney Plus, I'm like, oh, all right. There's the Jeff Goldblum show. Love it. If you haven't seen it yet, watch the Jeff Goldblum show. What is it, The World According to
It's a fucking great.
He's great.
The shoe thing. I didn't know there was a fucking sneaker convention in Cleveland.
At the convention
and
center.
what they were selling and for how much money they had.
That kid, the first little kid he interviewed, he was like, "How much did you pay for a pair of shoes?" He was
Did
like,
he say, like-
$1,800. I was like, hey, what now?
$1,800. But yeah, Jeff, I haven't seen the tattoo one yet. I've seen the sneaker and the ice cream one. I haven't seen the tattoo one yet. But
How many episodes are there?
I think like just 3 or 4.
Yeah,
right
it's not.
now.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
3 or 4.
He's got a lot of stuff he could go through.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just
I
months
mean, it's
of
just,
stuff.
you know, I want him to come here.
Well, and he's just awesome anyway.
He is. It's just.
So.
Oh God, it's great.
This is part of how this was part of Disney's strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a lot of different ways that you can get a free year of Disney Plus, or hey, if you're willing to pay up front, pay for 3 years of it, but you get it at this dirt cheap rate. I think that was part of it. Is they knew they didn't have a lot of original content. So there's people like yourself who would be interested in Mandalorian, but was that enough to make them invest?
Keep resubscribing.
And oh, by the way, like once it's over, would you continue to invest?
Yeah.
Whereas if you bought in, for one of these deals where it's pay, I think there was one where it's like $100, but you get it for 3 straight years. Well, you've already paid that money, so now they can take their sweet time to come out with that content to keep you interested because you're already bought in.
Yep, and I agree, and that's and they're going to raise the price. The price was just too low to say no.
$7.
$7 a month to jump in on
Surprise, motherfucker!
it. Right.
And now they're oh no, it's Hulu. Never mind.
Yeah, right.
Hulu's doing. It was today $1 for a year.
Oh yeah, because they're in trouble.
Because they're hurting.
But then again, Hulu's got next day TV, so I mean, Hulu's going to be able to. They'll be all right.
Well, see,
Hulu's owned
Hulu
by
partnered
Disney,
with
too.
Disney because I think it's owned, right?
Yeah,
Hulu,
Hulu's
Disney
owned by
owns
Disney.
Disney owns them.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
then
it is
then they're-
partnered with
so,
them.
So eventually,
It's just gonna all
Disney
be.
is going to absorb Hulu, and you're going to start
Like,
seeing
yeah.
next day TV.
Like I got the
on
bundle, so I pay $12.99 a month, and I have Disney Plus, Hulu with no commercials, and I think I have like ESPN Plus or something.
Yeah, see,
like
that's what turned me
But
off.
they
too.
are going to keep them separate though, because I've read that Disney intends for Disney Plus to be entirely kid friendly. Like they don't want to have a thing like with Netflix where it's you can create a kid's profile where they can only see these certain things.
Right.
They want everything on Disney to be
Kid friendly.
family friendly.
family friendly.
Hulu
So
will stick
Hulu
with the
will
adult
be their
stuff.
portal for everything else.
All right, that makes sense.
Because there is adult stuff that Disney does.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that.
Yeah,
But they do.
I've seen some of those on Pornhub, like the adult Disney films.
That's not what I mean. Oh my God, that's not what I meant.
All right, so
They made an adult version of that Noel movie. I'd be into that.
yikes. All right, so let's do cast confessions because we are.
Okie dokie.
You guys ready? Who's doing it today? Radio bitch, you had one, right?
Louis got it.
Daddy Louis got. Hey, I just had an
I can
idea.
do it too.
I just had an idea.
What?
If you Skype is on Xbox, right? Doesn't Xbox have a Skype thing?
Yes.
I have no idea.
I don't.
So
Yes.
yes. So
My
I
Xbox
have
is usually like meh.
I have the Kinect, and Louis, you have an Xbox. Do you have a Kinect as well?
No, I do not.
Shit, there goes that. Because I was thinking, like, if we could get Skype through the Xbox, and I get that really cool, that little Black Magic Mini switcher, I could run the Xbox into the switcher, and then that would pick up, and then you would be able to see everything that's going on here instead of looking at my fucking baloney face the entire time. So,
Really?
Well, I think the only reason that I can only see your face is because you have your Skype camera set to you.
Right. So,
And you know that you can switch that, right?
no, I didn't know
Okay,
that.
are we doing
Can I
cast
switch that?
confessions? Hey, cast confessions. No, don't mess with it. Don't mess
Yeah,
with
if you click the
Audio,
settings
video?
and you go to audio and video,
Okay.
top right corner,
Camera.
it says what camera you're using for Skype.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They'll
There
like
you go.
it. It's fine.
So now you can see the whole crew, right?
No, I can only see your symbol.
Oh, well, I just did it. Oh, wait, I may have to do this now. How about this?
Hey,
There
I
you
can
go.
see everybody.
All right.
Wave.
Look at general knowledge is like, can this
Wow,
just
general
be
knowledge
over?
is like, this
Can we
is
just be
so
done with this
boring.
Be up at 5 in the morning.
All right, cast confessions. Let's do it. Where's my? Here we go.
Sorry.
All right, cast confessions. Let's see if we can do this in like 3 minutes, and then we'll be out.
All right.
All right, Daddy Louie.
So everyone who is a Patroni or has been listening to our show knows a little bit about each of us. And today I thought maybe everyone could go around the room and tell us something that maybe not everybody knows.
All right, who are we going to start with?
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's start with general knowledge.
Yeah.
Because she looks so thrilled
Super
to be
enthusiastic.
alive.
You got picked out because of your
Well, what's
demeanor.
going on? You know what I mean? Like, just tell us what's going on in your life right now.
By the question.
You're what?
Non-plussed by the
What the
question.
fuck does that
What?
mean?
I don't even know what that word means.
You're confused by the question?
You learn something every day.
Did you?
Tell us something that not everybody knows.
I
You
don't
got like
know.
a third toe or something.
No.
A third toe.
When was the last time you put something in your butt?
Oh,
I'd really rather not.
I mean, that would be. a
Leave her
cast
alone.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's something that.
Anyway.
That's something that not everyone would know, right?
That's also something I'd rather not one of our listeners know.
Well, listeners and viewers now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yarp.
All right.
That's right. We are on.
All right, that's fair.
Anyway.
No? All right.
All right. She's good. Now she's all red.
All right, radio bitch.
That no one knows.
That maybe not everybody knows.
I don't even know. I think you guys know a lot about me. So.
It's got to be something.
We're going live on St. Baldrick's website. No one knows that yet.
Oh, that's right. We were supposed to talk about that at the top.
It's fine. That's fine.
Well, let's talk about it now.
So that's for the con. So nobody knows that. Now they're gonna know. We were approved for the head shaving and we're approved for fundraising. So I will send out the link tomorrow to get all your friends and families to donate. Yeah. And if anybody wants their head shaved, you would do it on that site. So
yeah. So there is an
Wait, you get your head shaved on that site?
No, during the event, but you can sign up for the head shaving.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Do they have to sign up for that in advance, or can they sign up at the?
You can
They
sign up.
show up and do it.
You can sign up at the event, but it's better if you have a head count on how many they need to.
Are all of the
Prepare
details
for.
on the website? Can they go visit it?
Yes, the details will be on the website.
And what is the website? stbaldrick.com.
I have to send out the link. We have a special.
We'll put the
link.
link in the description of this video.
Yes.
Will it be set up by the time this video goes live?
It's already set up.
Oh, okay.
You just go, has my information. You can contact me directly.
All right, cool. Well, then we'll do all that.
So,
all right, cool. Very good.
There you go.
And then for those who are listening to the show, you may have noticed that there is no what was the thing that we did? Oh my God, I'm so fried. Masters of the Nerdyverse. So Masters of the Nerdyverse is no longer going to be part of the podcast. That will now be a video-only thing. I think that's what we had decided on, and but that just means that this is content that normally the Patroni would be the only ones that would hear this.
Correct.
Essentially. So this is now going to be public, but then the Patroni get the super show. They get like the whole shebang, basically. Which is still going to be like 2 hours of content.
Yeah.
A little bit more because we were fucking off today. But yeah. All right. Smooth Bob?
Huh?
Something that you wanted to tell
Confess.
me? Confess. Confess your sins, child.
Do it.
Anything going on in the new house or the job with Miss Kim?
Holy moly, people.
No.
Come on,
I
man.
got nothing.
All right.
I'm gonna be honest. I got nothing.
That's it? All right. Nothing going on? All right.
So this is why we need people to give us
Like the questions.
Questions.
Okay,
before.
I did think of something.
I got one.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear general knowledge.
Yeah.
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 This is more
Because mine
about-
is disgusting.
Okay.
So,
This
What is
was
it about,
more like
squeezers?
something.
sort of.
Let her say it.
This is like something in high school. So this was like before I had come out and like obviously discovered everything about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would dress up in suits to school, but I would be cross-dressing under the suits,
Like
And-
Roosevelt.
and no one would know.
Like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
And it was more of like I would wear the suits as a way to just like, no one would question that, like why you're wearing a suit. Like they wouldn't
Right.
ask why
Right.
you're wearing a suit. They eventually were like, okay, you just wear suits on these days, and yeah.
Okay.
But you knew.
But you knew.
And that made you feel better, right?
Because at that time you had not
There you go.
fully identified, right?
Right.
Is that true? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's like what Steve Buscemi when he said he wears a child's Halloween costume underneath his clothing.
Correct.
But this is something completely different. It's a 30 Rock reference, and it's a bad reference. But
It's fine.
It's terrible. All right. Well, that's pretty good, and I don't want to say mine now because that was what you said is important. What I was going to say was just disgusting.
So it's like I thought of it. I'm like, well, that's probably something. Well, that's definitely something not everybody knows.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
And now they
empowering,
do.
right? And that's
And we're
maybe,
okay with that.
And maybe there's somebody else out there who is doing the same thing,
Yeah.
and maybe they think that it's not okay to do that, but in fact it is okay that they do that.
Mm-hmm.
So no, that's good. Thank you for sharing that. That's good shit.
Yep.
That's really good shit. All right, you guys want to wrap it up? Call it a night?
Wrap it up. I thought you had one.
It's way too disgusting.
That's the whole point.
No, it's really bad.
And they can't see you.
No,
so
I want to fucking hear it.
it doesn't matter. Let's
Well, yeah,
say
they
it.
can't see me anyway. So all right. So
Yay.
so I've been doing this thing. I can't really talk about it. I signed a non-disclosure agreement, but I can say that it is an endurance theater performance.
You signed an NDA for what?
For this endurance theater thing that I'm
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
The reason my fingernails are painted and why there's a weird broom in the corner. Yeah.
I was wondering about that. I thought you had like smashed your finger and your finger was just black.
All 10 of them? I mean,
well, shit. You could be lifting something and then wham.
I thought maybe your daughters painted your nails.
No, and it's the
Like,
same
when
reason.
I saw him, I was just like,
same
maybe his
reason I
daughters
shaved
did.
my face and put on nail. People thought that I was going through a life change. and
Holy
maybe
shit, are
I
you
was-
dressing up as Dr. Frankfurter
So,
from
no,
Rocky Horror?
no, I'd have black nails if I was doing that.
Dr. Frankfurter.
That would've been dope.
No. So, but anyway, I'm doing this endurance theater thing, and we had our cast party, and they gave us gift bags, and inside the gift bag there was this thing, and I guess it's one of those things that you like squeeze in your hand. It like just did you throw it away or do you still have it?
I might still have it. Hold on.
All right. So it's like this thing that you squeeze in your hand, like it's like perpetual squeezing thing, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a gel, like
I threw it away, but it's like a gel sleeve.
fill, and you squeeze one end and it like snakes through, and you squeeze like a stress relief.
Yes.
thing.
I don't even think you need to finish this.
You don't.
Yeah, I tried to have sex with it.
Yeah.
Tried to put his penis in it, but it's too small.
My penis is
Not
not
your
too
penis.
small.
Oh! Not your penis.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say the penis. I said
Hold on. No.
the
It's an oak
sheath.
me dog.
The sheath.
The sheath, yes.
dog.
Unlike other sheaths, other sleeves that I've used that do expand.
Correct.
This was
not meant for that.
not meant for a human penis.
No.
I tried for a while. I used quite a bit of coconut oil. And it just
There's no way.
I would not, and I was actually afraid I was going to rupture this thing. Not because I have like a gigantic horse cock or anything, but this just like I was able to get like 3 fingers in there, and I was like, well, if I can get 3 fingers, I can get my dick in there. But because my dick, I don't think is wider than 3 of my fingers. I don't think it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's about right.
That's about right. Yeah.
Maybe like up to your knuckles.
Yeah, no, like. No, I mean it's decent. I mean it's way,
Yeah.
but it's like what is it? The
I would know.
Isn't that the salute from the Hunger Games?
3 penis deep. I mean, 3 fingers
3
deep.
fingers deep. Yeah.
I thought
there you go.
I thought that was the salute.
That's 2 in the
No,
pink,
that's the
1 in
shocker.
sink.
2 in
This
the
is
pink,
the
1 in the
salute.
stink. Yeah, that's
Radio bitches salute.
that's the finger of truth right there.
I
So,
love you.
But yeah, that's my thing that I was going to share. is
Also,
just,
it's hello from Rick and Morty.
hello
in
from
the
Rick and
other
Morty.
in the
There you
Battery
go.
Universe thingy.
So that's going to do it for our show.
We always have to mention penis.
I think every episode there's
Every
dick.
episode.
There's dick in every episode. All right, that's going to do it. So everyone, thank you all for joining us this week for our very first filmed episode of the Cosmic Disaster Show. Of course, you can listen to all of our previous podcasts on your favorite podcasting platform, whether that be iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, whatever you like. Or you can head on over to our website, www.circleofnerds.com. They're all there for you to listen to at your leisure. And now we are on the YouTubes with the Cosmic Disaster Show. Of course, Daddy Lou has been producing his still as of today still unnamed show.
Oh, it's unnamed?
It still has no name. It is the show with no name. You should call it that. The review show with no name.
Oh, I like that.
No name.
The show with no name.
Can I mention something weird I found out today?
Yes, of
watching
course.
YouTube videos.
Sure.
Okay, so you know Inigo Montoya from
Yes, You Killed My
Princess
Father.
Bride.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kill My
Pretty
Father.
big
He's
today.
also the dude from Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Yes.
The big dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until
I thought. Oh.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit! Like,
Yep.
that's cool. It's just like,
There you go. See? That's what we
So
do. here.
there's already a show with no name.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll figure something out.
The No Name Show, too.
Call it the second show with no name.
No.
two behind it.
Another show
I
with no name.
didn't. I didn't know that
Yeah,
that
there's
he
no
had no
name for it.
name. So you should put that in the group.
It was
Maybe.
gonna be come play with Daddy Louie in his basement or something like
No,
that.
that's
or
totally
Lord.
inappropriate.
Playtime with.
playtime with Daddy
Playtime
Louie.
with Daddy Louie. No.
Yeah, no.
Inappropriate.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. So again, thanks everyone for joining us this week. And if you'd like to help support this show, because we cannot get any worse, please help us make it better.
Or a name for Daddy Louie show.
Or a name for Daddy Louie Show. Leave that in the comments below. Like,
Yes.
share, subscribe, all that fun shit that you do. And head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/circleofnerds. Give us money so we can buy some better stuff and make this thing better. Anyone got anything on the way out?
No.
No. All
Be
right.
safe.
Be safe.
Have your pets spayed and neutered.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Double wrap it.
Double wrap it.
If
And
you're
that's
if
gonna-
you're paying for it.
And that's going to do it for us. And as we like to say on the podcast, always remember, if no one does anything nice for you, do something nice to yourself. And we'll see y'all
Treat
next week.
yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's it. I think we should probably just wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
No, I think we already know
No-
what is
no
fucking
post.
wrong. No, there's no need for a post game today. We know what is fucking wrong.
No.
I don't think it
ask
was
my cousin
horrible.
what
It
he
wasn't
uses
that
to-
bad.
No, it's just. But looking at Daddy Louie, I can see what is really, really wrong with this show.
His face.
Is it
Oh, you
pixelated?
Oh, I actually thought of a good
It's
name
the
for Daddy
No,
Louie show.
it's the lag. The lag was really
Oh,
bad.
go ahead.
The
What?
sync was really bad.
So bored with Daddy Louie.
Oh damn. That's fucked up.
I like that.
Because he's
No.
always talking about board,
Board games, yeah.
So bored
No.
with Daddy Louie.
So bored with Daddy
Oh,
Louie because it's
I
a
get it.
it's a play on words.
Yeah.
No, nay.
No.
All right, will you fucking come up with something then? Shit.
He said no.
We're trying to help you out, motherfucker.
Right. All right. Also, Daddy Louie, if everyone can please like reach out, search, scrub the interwebs, and we'll try to find a solution for this audio video syncing issue.
Yeah.
We have a week to figure it out, so please, and we'll put it to the rest of the group.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I've noticed, it's like people have this problem and it's not been fixed.
Yeah. So
Did you guys want to hear my cast confessions just for shits and giggles?
No, save it for next week. Save it for next week.
Oh,
Save
it was
for next
really
week.
good.
I know it's good, so we'll do it for next week.
Oh.
But make sure you write your name in as the host for cast
I'm
confessions.
not.
for
I'm
next
not
week.
doing any
I
of
know
that.
you're not doing any of that.
I'll just do it.
I know.
I can do it. I just
It's like, I'm not
Alright.
doing
I'm
that.
just not doing it.
But Daddy Louie,
It's like, no.
with your camera, every time
Yeah.
you bump your table, your camera shakes. So
Oh,
So
I can fix that.
Yeah.
Is he getting excited and it bumps the table
I think his wiener was bumping the table because he had an erection the entire time.
the whole time?
Yeah, look it.
Sorry,
see.
Brian.
You guys can't see it, but
No, we can't see it.
no. Who's Brian?
Tony. Who's Brian?
Who's fucking, you're like,
I
sorry,
don't know.
Brian.
Right.
No, that's Tony.
Brian.
Isn't that his name now?
Tony, Brian. Yeah, it's. I can see how we.
I'm calling him Brian now.
Brian the Tiger.
Sorry, Tony.
Brian the Tiger.
Brian the Tiger.
I'm
All
okay
right.
with that.
See,
Oh,
he's
all right.
all right with it.
Brian, it is.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was that bad.
Maybe I'm drunk. I don't know.
I think the
Personally, I
overall
don't think
the
it's that bad.
overall show was about on par with what we normally produce, which I don't know.
It's fine.
Take that however you want.
Oh my god.
I think that some of the audio quality was questionable, but the video quality absolutely was questionable, especially with the lag coming off of Skype.
Well, let's
So
see
we'll
what
have to figure
happens
out.
and-
Maybe we'll try it again with Google Hangouts.
Okay,
I don't
everybody
know
get
if
off
we
the
had
Wi-Fi
same-
when I'm using it.
I don't know if we had the same issues with Google Hangouts.
Oh, that's
or
a good
not.
idea.
I just don't know if you can pull Google Hangouts into OBS. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure out. So if we all put our brains together and put it out there and see,
I
how to
will not be doing
properly-
that.
Okay. Well, you're working on the
I don't do the
convention.
technical things.
I know. But if everybody else can just kind of reach out and see what
And we need to get a camera on you, so that there's a camera on the group and a camera on you.
He really does, and we have 2 cameras. He can do it.
I have a second camera. I just didn't have time to set it up.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
seriously, I'm doing this theater thing, and it's like after the holidays, I will have a shit ton more time because I'm literally working 12 hours. I'm working like 9 a.m. to like 9 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we had rehearsals and shit. So I mean, now during the week I've got a little extra time, so I can work on it. But
But you can't say anything about the theater thing that you're doing?
No, not really. I mean, I can tell you.
He's not allowed.
Yeah, they made us sign an NDA for
Well,
that.
you can say
but
what
Jackie's in it.
you can say
Yeah.
what it's called, and they can
Yes.
look it up themselves.
Yes, it
When
is-
does it come out?
it is-
It's already
it's
they already started.
It's Kringle's Inventionasium.
So you just look that up.
You can look that up. And,
I'm gonna forget that by the time I get home.
Yeah, but I can't tell you like the character that I'm playing or. And
Will
I
we
can't.
know that it's you?
Well, no, because you're not. I'm not on any of the
No.
the media for it yet.
Oh.
Maybe next year.
But
maybe next
can they go watch it?
Well,
It's a
no,
newer-
no, it's an
event.
a live experience.
It's a live experience. It's
y'all-
kind of like what?
Is
It's
it like cats? You run
You
through
want
the
me?
aisles?
I can say it because I don't know your name and all that.
It's like
crap.
a haunted house, but for Christmas,
Yes,
essentially.
that's
Oh.
exactly what it is.
It's an experience,
It's
not
an
a show.
Correct.
Right.
Interesting.
But
Oh.
but
I'm
they are-
looking it up online right now.
all right.
Yeah.
But there is storyline, and we're actually working to develop this into a radio play podcast, and then we're gonna turn this into a YouTube series as well, because the story, the mythology for it is as deep and as layered as anything that you would get from Harry Potter or Game of Thrones. Probably more so than Game of Thrones, but it's definitely Harry Potter level mythology. It's really, really good stuff. I mean, it's deep. I mean, they've got the city laid out. Every character has a very in-depth and very deep backstory to them. We have to interact with each other based on our backstories. Certain characters are dating other characters. It's just... there's names for different shops and stores and stuff that normally you would never, it's not like, you just walk in, oh, hey, go say hi to Santa Claus, blah, 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 blah.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And they call it endurance
That's awesome.
theater. All right, that's my voice. I'm spent.
So
can't do it anymore.
I'd like to point out that So Bored is not taken.
All right, so that's a possibility. I know, nothing helps a cough like Mountain Dew.
You got Mountain Dew and Doritos. Okay, Kyle.
Gamer fuel. All right.
We're done.
That's going to do it. I'm going to wrap it up.
Bye, guys.
All right, we're going to stop this. Holy shit, 3 hours on Adobe Audition.
Yeah.
And stop.
Kim to work in the morning at like 4.
All right.
We'll be sleeping in the car again.
Kim is a goddess. You
And we're going to stop this.